Morning. I warned you the grass is getting long.
This week's going to be a slightly different video because first week or two was the panic. The second week, I was slowly introducing my jobs back into the daily routine that I've known. And everything was going okay until it didn't. So a few days ago, things started to go Pete Tong, big time. We'll go through it. And I must just tell you that Clive knows none of this yet. You'll find out Thursday when he arrives, I'm sure. Welcome back to the channel. Today is Monday. For you guys, I think it is Sunday, day of Sabbath. I need to get the grass cut here because it is really getting out of control. The mower can't get in this corner, and there's a sprinkler somewhere here that I'm going to just trim back the grass here because the sprinkler is not getting to the areas it needs to. Sort that issue out. It's very windy here today, so I have no idea. Oops, if this is even going to record properly. Okay, that's enough of that. All right, that should hopefully, as I said, you can see there, the sprinkler is just not getting there. Hopefully that sorts that problem out now. Remember I was mowing this area in the last video and I sort of stopped about over here. I then switched off the camera, fired the motor up again, and I literally got to there. And the same issue. But I knew what to do. So I flicked it over, grabbed myself some screwdrivers, and fixed the belt. And I tried it again the next morning. Nothing. Didn't even want to fire up, which says to me perhaps spark plug. But then I thought, let's go check a few things out. Walked around the lawnmower and came across this black box, opened it up, and it was covered in grass, and it was actually black. So the filter then got blown clean and put back. I then, on this side, I found the oil thingy. I thought, might as well do a service and check on that at the same time. And that's looking good. So that's not the issue. As I said, she was as dead as a dodo, which normally says to me, spark plug, which I then found there, and that all seemed okay. So I left her alone for a wee while, came back late in the afternoon, started her up, and she started singing like a bird. Bingo, fixed. The next issue came about when I noticed the grass looked like it was dying. I'm not going to put it any other way. If we take a walk down here, you will see how dry it's looking. Very, very dry. When the irrigation came on, I decided to come out and double check why this didn't look like it was getting any water. You can see, I know there's a lot of pine needles, but this area has not been getting any water because the pop-ups no longer pop. So every time it comes onto these circuits, I will come back up here and make sure that they do pop up until I get a chance to clean them. To mowing the front area, I came out the back here to quickly get this done before the irrigation was coming on. And the grass was so long along the edge there, by the time I realized it was too late, sprinkler gone. So this circuit is out of use at the minute until I can either repair that or let Clive do it when he gets back. In the meantime, we go back to the old-fashioned way of manual. Was the sound of Niagara Falls when the bamboo was on the irrigation cycle. I soon discovered that there's a hole in the drip piping which was just shooting water out. I'll jump right onto that. Tomato alley. The tomatoes are dying. It's looking so sad. But the worst part of all, discovered this yesterday when I locked the chickens up. The cacti has completely fallen over right into my strawberry patch. I really don't know what's happened here. Maybe something to do with irrigation because it's just not looking good at all. Well, no good shedding any more tears. Just get down and do some hard work, right? Let's see what we can get done. I'm going to take these up to the back where I have my living wall. I wonder if an irrigation pipe's burst here. Who knows, eh? Ow, ow, ow. We're at the back end of the property now. And last year, I started throwing cacti along this wall with the hopes to create a barbed wire fence so that the dog doesn't hop over. So far, a lot of them have taken. So what I will do is just keep adding. Not only am I dealing with that, this is the fun and games. So I'm going to run and switch off irrigation before I blow something. Well, it's a couple of hours later and the strawberries are slowly starting to come back. I'm sure they'll be fine. After I finished there, I moved on down here and I thought, it's not looking good. Gooseberry doesn't look like it's getting much water. It's a bit windy, I do apologize. That has died completely. But it's all right, we'll sort that out. As I moved on down here, I noticed that things were looking pretty dead. Now I know something is eating these things. A lot of butterflies around here. So I started cleaning up, as you do. This is in between running backwards and forwards to the top garden to ensure that the sprinkler heads are popping up, as well as taking the wheelbarrow of cacti up to the back end of the land. I then came down to start picking tomatoes because, you know, it's only a few days ago that I last did it. But it looks like it's dying. I wonder if the irrigation is not doing too well. Knowing I'd set the potato sprinkler to come on, I thought, let me go and double check. Everything's fine. And then I saw this. Just when you think it can't get any worse, surely. Something has popped here because the water was coming out of this manifold. And oh boy, sad, right? I'm hoping to be able to spend a day in here when Clyde gets back.
Oh, they're going through the door.
So,
Are they not in the door?
So, it has come to my attention in our cold room pantry, somebody's deciding to move in. And from what I can see is there's a huge, I don't know if you can see inside there. They're just making themselves at home.
Okay, so problem one is sorted. I've got a new battery for the strimmer. Mandy can strim the grass to hopefully prevent her mowing over sprinklers that are sticking up. It's over here somewhere, can't find it. I'll show you how we find it now. There it is. We found it. Yeah, well, what's going on there, eh? We got it. Okay, so we know where it is. We just put this, no, mind. Put that there. Okay, we'll come fix it just now. Okay, let's go. Come on, we're going out the back. Repair number one. The sprinkler that fell victim to the mower because the grass was too long and Mandy couldn't see it. Because why? Because we have 4 strimmers and none of them worked. Let's go. Luckily, the sprinkler itself wasn't mangled. It just broke the joiner, the union that goes into the, fits onto the pipe. Now we're going to have to,
Can you wait?
now we're going to have to run some water to just make sure we get any soil out. It'll probably get stuck in the other ones, but we'll be fine, I think. It's a quick fix. Luckily, as I say, the sprinkler itself didn't get mangled. Okay, so we want to clear the mud out of the pipe. It's actually going to push it down the pipe. I'll clean it out a little bit on the other side, but we'll just run kitchen, clear some out. There we go. So we've cleaned all the crap out here. I've already put tape on. Turn that in. And then we put that in over there. There we go.
Okay, I'll do it again on Sunday.
Don't you fucking dare.
Whoops, potty mouth.
Yeah, that's me. I've been well restrained after hearing about everything that broke that you never told me
I
about.
was worried you had nothing to do when you came home.
Yeah, I was coming to relax, remember. I knew that wasn't going to be the case, but
What are you doing now?
just, right, we need to move out the way.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to send kitchen again so that I can make sure that the sprayer's going the right way. You could get wet, so I'd stand back. Like I said, it's the wrong way, so.
Look at me and do a thumbs up.
Eh?
Thank you.
That looks fine. One, how many more to go?
I didn't do any others. I only took
Sprinklers.
one
No,
sprinkler.
talk about everything else you broke.
I can do another sprinkler. I'm going to know now.
Joe
Lovely.
will not be happy. Mandy was, well, she wasn't complaining, but she told me that the sprinklers weren't popping up on Thursday night, but they haven't been popping up since Sunday because the manifold popped. Numpty. So let's figure out what's going on.
This is another thing that's annoying, eh?
What?
This here.
The cable. No, don't do that. I've just pulled it tight.
Well, it's always loose.
Yeah, I know. So we'll sort that. So since Sunday, Mandy's had to go and manually lift the pop-ups because they weren't popping up, which means there's not enough pressure. So I've gone down to the hoop house. I've shut the main valve to the manifold in the hoop house. And now we're going to show Mandy how easy it would have been if she'd told me what the issue was. Follow me. We're going to the pump house. So we're going to show Mandy that there's nothing wrong with the pop-ups, actually. So how we do that, we send top 3 and we switch on the pump. Pumps on, let's go and check top 3.
Had a good trip.
Yeah, Right. So we're walking down to top one to check the irrigation down there, make sure it's all working. Hopefully the audio is a lot better. Thanks to Daria for giving us a set of Lavalier mics to replace the ones that Ellie broke months ago. And wow, look at that. They all seem to have popped up.
And they're actually spreading.
And they're actually sprinkling, eh? Amazing.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Don't go.
I have to. The rate you break everything, I need to earn lots of money to fix everything. What you planning on breaking next week?
No, but I was thinking of putting some papaya here.
Some what papaya? Well, it's pointless. It doesn't get any water.
At the minute.
At the minute.
You're back.
Okay, so that's what's happened. And I can't do it again. I have to cut it shorter because it's just too loose.
Have a little lie down. Come on, Bobby.
Mandy's going to fetch scissors and we'll sort that.
As you can see, not been getting water in here. Although some of it has, but most of it hasn't. Mandy spent most of her time watching solar and sunshine and current draw. Hence the neglect in the vegetable garden. Hopefully this weekend we'll sort everything out and she can relax about solar, because she's done a very good job with maintaining battery voltages and levels, but to the exclusion of everything else. She's new, so give her a break, I guess.
Another job for another day. You know that old expression, you never build a castle on sand? Well, don't build a hoop house on wood chip. So we'll have to lift up all the stones here, peel the weed fabric away, fill it with some more soil to get these things level, because as you can see, that's bowing because it's dropping. But that's a job for another time. So we're going to cut that off there.
Hang on.
So, pull that off. Stretch it a bit. It's got to come on more. Cable ties. There we go. Hopefully these ones will be strong enough. One. The other way. With all this water here, why would this have died? Or was it dead before?
It's coming back.
Number 2, issue fixed. And it doesn't sound like there's any other leaks. Mandy getting stuff for salad. We need to cut that back. Chickens eat that, don't they?
Yeah.
So after Mandy discovered the water streaming out in the hoop house, she didn't water anywhere down here.
Yes, I did.
Where?
By hand.
By hand. Oh, she's been watering by hand.
I had to come down for the last
You
3
didn't
days.
use the irrigation to water, is what I'm saying. Okay.
So the drips are going, as you can see over there. Drippers are going.
You watered in here by hand as well?
I did all the way down there into here. I couldn't get in there. Couldn't.
Yeah, some of those cucumbers are ready for the compost or for the chickens.
I'm going to cut back because this, I think, is going to be my main area going forward.
But the peppers are looking good.
Yeah?
These little cherry peppers, whatever they're called. Hey, we're getting yellow ones. Have we found any red ones yet?
Haven't you seen the bowl at home?
No.
Yeah. There's orange, there's red.
There's red over there, I can see.
Yeah.
First time I've seen red peppers on the bush.
That's how long they've been left on here.
You just got to leave them longer. Yeah, cool.
Keep going down, you'll see them. Okay.
call them Marconis. Those are nice ones though.
Yeah.
We like them.
Mower over.
No, but rule number one is if something goes wrong, you phone your husband, you tell him what's happened, and he can tell you how to fix it.
But I thought you'd be nicely surprised.
That everything's fucked.
Potty mouth?
No, failed under continuous testing. Get your mind out the gutter.
It obviously didn't have WAF.
Wife acceptance factor is impossible with you.
That's
It's true.
a lie. That's a lie. I'm one of the most easy people. See, I didn't even stress you
I
out.
thought
from
we
afar.
agreed you're not going to lie anymore, babe. Turn it up, I can't hear. Caught that one in time, it's almost a baby. But those ones over there next to the fence, not so much. I mean, look at the size of them.
Oh, that one's like the last one I got.
But you do really need to prioritize, because putting fallen down prickly pears on the wall up at the back with a broken wonky wheelbarrow because you haven't got a mower and a tractor and a trailer, you know, we can't eat, well, we can eat the prickly pears. Still don't know what we're supposed to do with these things that have grown like crazy, but chickens eat them? Not really.
They should be like a butternut, babe. When they go this hard, they now become like a winter squash, like the butternuts over there. You can keep them for a while.
Okay.
But I've been meaning to actually peel one and make a soup or something with it. Eleanor might like some.
Yeah, for the fence, we're going to have to dig around the posts. I don't think we made the
that
hole
one's
big
not
enough.
got a bauble.
We didn't make the holes big enough, so there's not enough cement to hold him in place. And then when we had the flood and all that rain, it softened the soil, so they've stretched. But we'll get that sorted. Not this weekend.
Yeah, I'll just take the ones
That are ready.
Yeah.
That melon looks like a squash now. As for this bloody grass that grows everywhere, that one's fraught. There we go. What's that, a melon or?
This one.
No, that huge one over there.
It was green, so I think it was a watermelon. What the fuck is that? Ah, where's the? There was a gem squash here.
There it is, this side of the fence.
Okay.
And there's another. I think that's either one of those long things, or it's a butternut.
There.
I don't know. Yeah.
Butternut.
Okay.
Here's a.
Melon that we might be able to eat. Really need to finish off irrigation here. I'm going to move that one over there to the corner here, and I'll extend that pipe to have a sprinkler going from that side, so it gets this whole area.
I have to check this mower, see why it keeps throwing belts. This mower, however, I'm going to need to pull the gearbox out because it doesn't want to go up hills. It's one of these constant velocity transmissions that suck. But we'll see what we can do. I've got new inner tubes for these wheels, so hopefully we can get the trailer sorted before I go back, so Mandy doesn't have to use the wheelbarrow that's wonky.
And I really don't have time for this YouTube malarkey. I've got so much work to do in 3 short days. Well, it's Friday, no, 2.5 days actually. I'll fly back out on Sunday at lunchtime. Hello, Gio. How are you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hello. Hello, little guy. Hey. As for these bloody mice,
it's amazing how they dug all of that stone and cement out of there so they could get into the pantry. They like chicken feed.
That's how the veggie garden. Baby marrows, not so baby. So new tube tie on the trailer's fixed. I've got to get some new bushes. As you can see, they're worn out completely. Now on to fixing this mower.
gets covered in grass and crap, and I think that's what's causing the problem. I think there was a cover that got broken off early on when we got this thing, so let's get to it. First thing to do is clean out all this crap, then we can see what we're working with. So, after a lot of sucking and blowing, it looks a lot better and we can see what the hell's going on. Let's check it out. Now I'm convinced that there's a plate broken off over here to cover this stuff up over here. There's some cams over here, which is the forward and reverse, and when that gets full of grass, it doesn't want to change forward and reverse. So I'm guessing that's part of the problem. Need to see if I can get a replacement one. So the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Let's see how we get on.